time with us, artists, poets, just people of creative mind. The poem that I'm about to do is called Hard Knock Life, and I wrote this poem at a time when I was really going through a lot of different things. I was transitioning to a point where I was in graduate school, but at the same time I was working full-time, going to school part-time, and having a part-time job. And it was really difficult for me to maintain myself, my tuition, my bills. And I was on the train one day and I was just like thinking about everything that was going on in my life. And this poem came to fruition, so I hope you guys really like it. So enjoy. Hard knock life, hard knock life. Who knows the price we pay to survive? Hard knock life, hard knock life. It's so easy to do wrong when you continue to struggle while doing right. So many nights I lay awake, staring into the darkness at night, praying to God for a miracle in this hard knock life. Bills piled and overdue, meals being sacrificed, as long as I can make it to work to pay for this hard knock life. No savings account to save me. I'm 25 and I just started saving to my 403b. No inheritance or generational wealth, just a young black adult trying to take care of myself. Living in a cycle, day to day, paycheck to pay that light, that gas, and a place to stay. I can't help my mom when bill collectors are after me too. I hear disappointment in her voice when I say, I got this bill due. No one working 40 hours should be living in poverty, especially in the land of America where people fight for democracy. No one is trying to survive should not be able to eat. But in America, this parity and oxymoron exists in this country of democracy, where mothers send their children to college with hope, dreams, and aspirations, and they return to their neighborhoods, socially and culturally aware, yet dehydrated, full of perspiration, as they try to find their place here in society, realizing that dreams and aspirations aren't always a reality. Even with a well-rounded resume and a bachelor's degree, society still spits at you. Society still glares at you. Your peers sometimes stare at you with pride, with joy, with support and love, but sometimes there's jealousy, hate, and ill feelings involved because they think that you are better or they think you got it good. But the truth is, you're just a lucky nigga from the hood. And I don't say nigga because that's what you are, but rather because even when we surpass the statistics, our brown skin is still flawed. Hard knock life, hard knock life. Who knows the price we pay to survive? In our black skin, in this white country, who knows our struggle to soar and thrive? Hard knock life, hard knock life. Who knows the price we pay to survive? Where mothers send their kids to college with hope, dreams, and aspirations, and they return to their neighborhoods socially and culturally aware, dehydrated and full of perspiration, running to find their way in this hard knock life, running from courtesy, professionalism, respect, the blue and whites, running away from the hood filled with anxiety, fight or flight, running to find their piece of the American pie, running to make a way for themselves in this hard knock life. Thank you guys. And I just want to do one more. This one is called Jewel Thief. It was written a year ago, and as a young woman, you just go through different transitions and phases, and I was in one of those at this time. And I hope you guys like this one as well. Once again, it's called Jewel Thief. I've given crowns to men who could not rule over 40 acres. Men who could not plant one tree and feed his village, much less his own family. Men who have never axed a tree or swung a hoe to break ground. I've kissed the feet of men who have not traveled the road less traveled, men who have not sacrificed any parts of themselves to understand true selflessness, humility, loss, nor persistence or resilience. I remove jewels from my crown to create comfortable spaces for conversations I have no interest in, dialogue that serves no remedy or purpose for my soul, stories which do not connect the bridge of his frontal lobe to the many neurons fluttering and kicking in mine to be free. I've worn their favorite colors, fabrics, laces, silks, oils, perfumes, and their scents linger on me years past our endowment to one another. I've settled to be a puppet, allowing myself to become what they wanted me to be, who they wanted me to be, removing jewels from my crown to build thrones for kings who have no land, no joker, no army, no sense of esteem, no sense of self, no awareness of who they truly are, the kings they have potential to truly be. These kings have never once made me a queen. Never did I bring them enough water to quench their thirst. Never did I lace their bodies enough with warm oils that caress their young, meek backs. Never was the seasoning of flesh cooked by my hands ever enough to keep them full. Never did they acknowledge the loss of my beautiful stones and gems. Never were the jewels that were removed from my crown noticed in the crowns they so eloquently wear now. A crown that continues to twinkle and sparkle like eyes filled with water. Tears as I watch many other queens bow at their feet, removing jewels from their crowns to continue building crowns and thrones for these men who we dare to call kings. I ponder if these kings ever recognize the queen who knelt before them, the queens who kneel before them, sacrificing pieces of themselves selflessly as they continue to build these thrones with the jewels from their crowns. Thank you.